Hi everyone, in today's video I'm going to show you how to do the slip stitch. We're going to start off by doing a row of slip stitch across here, and then I'm going to show you how to join two pieces of single crochet together using the slip stitch that we've just learnt. So how do we do the slip stitch? Let's move that swatch away, insert my hook. A slip stitch, and we've got a swatch here of single crochet, is like a single crochet minus one particular move. So you insert your hook in the normal way, just like you would do if you were doing a single crochet. Yarn over, pull up a loop, then instead of yarning over again, you're simply going to pull that yarn through the loop on your hook. Let's do that again slowly. Insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, then pull that loop through the other one. Insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, pull it through. Insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop and pull it through. Now it creates a slightly tighter stitch than a single crochet or any other stitch for that matter, and makes a very dense stitch. So we tend to treat it in a slightly different way when we're using it, and we'll come on to that when we get to the end of this row. So I'm just going to quickly finish going all the way across this swatch. And then I'm going to show you another technique, which is also quite useful if you've seen an instruction called front loop only. One chain at the end to turn. Now with this stitch it's quite difficult to identify where you're going to place your hook the next time. You've got several options. You can either place your hook, which I like to do, in the top, just here. You could place it in this position here, and you could try to place it in the whole stitch here and here. But in my humble opinion, if I'm doing single slip stitch, I would go into a single strand and go into the top of the loop here, the top of the chain, the top of the stitch all the way across. And this is the front loop. So let's do that and show you what that looks like. Now, a slip stitch is quite a tight stitch, so you might struggle to find exactly where to put your hook. You'll always find a way when it comes to it. And that's why we use a slip stitch to join two pieces of fabric together. This is not playing ball. There we go. Pull up a loop, pull through. This one might be easier. There we go. It's always the first stitches at the beginning of the row that give trouble. So not very often do we just go through one strand. In crochet we tend to always push our hook through two strands or even between stitches. But because this slip stitch is such a dense stitch, I would advise you just go through one strand of the stitch from the row below. So I'm just going to put this work down and we can see how close these two rows are together. Let's turn it over and have a look. So it gives you this rather feathery look going sideways for one row, and then we've got these sorts of, it looks a bit like garter stitch in knitting on the other side. Now I'm going to show you how to join these two pieces together. Let's just undo a few stitches here so we've got more room. So say we want to join this coral colour to the blue. I'm going to join it to the top and I'm going to join right sides together. I'm going to find where my stitches match. So we can see that this stitch matches that stitch and so on. I'm going to use just a single strand from each of our pieces and join them together. Let's move it to there. So I'm going to take one strand from my blue, one strand from my coral. I'm going to yarn over, pull it through the coral, pull it through the blue and pull it through the loop on my hook. Let's do that one again. One strand from the blue, one strand from the coral, yarn over, pull through and pull through. It's a bit as if you're using your crochet hook as a tapestry needle or a darning needle. I have adopted slip stitch to piece my knitting together because it gives you a very nice finish. Take your time with this. It's worth it if you've got lots of seams to do, to take a little bit of time and not rush. We're nearly at the end of the coral. In fact, I'll leave it there. So let's open our work up and have a look at how it's joined. Oh, now I can see that I've gone wrong here and I've gone through the wrong part of the coral stitch. Let's undo that. Always worth checking your work. We'll make sure we go through the correct part of the stitch. So let's insert the hook again. I always believe it's best to show you where mistakes can occur because it means that if you do it, you know that I do it as well. Hopefully I'll get this right this time. You can check as you go just by opening it out. Yes, that's better. Let's do a few more. Everybody makes mistakes, it doesn't matter. You know what to watch out for the next time. One more stitch and then we'll have another look and another check. Through there. And that's why I say take your time. There we go, that's much neater. Now it gives a really neat finish where all the stitches are in alignment, and so that's a good way. You could make a checkered blanket by stitching all your squares together. So that is how to do, get up the other way. That is how to do the slip stitch and how to slip stitch 2 pieces of work together. We've also learnt that you can go through the front loop of a stitch. Thanks so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, do subscribe and press the bell and give me a thumbs up. Have a good day. Take care. Bye.